Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Dirty Doug here in the old shed, doing Dirty Doug things, working on this rusty, crusty old car again. And I love doing it. Now, today, as you see, I got the door wide open. Obviously it's cold or out because there's snow on the ground, and it's winter time, but it's not to the point where it's cold that it's uncomfortable for me. So I'm just leaving the door open, getting the fresh air flowing around. I'm not turning on the heater because I know it's kind of a waste of money when it's not bitter out to the point where it's uncomfortable and I don't need it. I'm not gonna use it. And so here I am out here, and I'm going to make you a video today. I'm doing this rusty, crusty old car again. Woohoo! Right on, eh? Well, sounds like fun, doesn't it? So I did as I said I was going to do yesterday. I grabbed the old Dom 16, and I did some metal protecting in here and around in a few spots where I thought it would be kind of cool. This is just kind of like wiping what was left on the brush off and stuff. But as I was telling you before, this is my go-to stuff when it comes to rust protection, the Dom 16, babies. It's a hell of a good product as far as I'm concerned. I used a lot of it on my old Betty, and I'm going to use a lot of it on this car. I'll probably end up painting the whole inside of this whole car with that can. And that can will do the inside of this car and more. Believe me, it sure will. Now, today I'm going to see this patch here? Well, this is just a piece of metal. I'm going to cut all this rusty, crusty goodness out of here, and I'm going to throw this piece of metal, which just happens to fit in there quite nicely, as you can tell. And I'm going to have to do some bending down there. It's not finalized yet. I'm going to probably tack this in before I go bending or anything. I'll whack that corner off down there where it's kind of sticking to the side there and holding me back a bit, but that's what I'm going to do. Now, this piece of metal here is one of the pieces of metal that my good friend Joey brought me, which is already pre-cut and just happens to fit in there quite nicely, which is always good, isn't it? Now, one thing I didn't show you the other day is when I made this little curvy curve right in there like that. Here's how I did it. I took this little aluminum piece of metal here, and I just went shebang, just like that. And then I drew it out on a piece of paper, made a template, and just carried it along down further. That's easy. Just take a little piece of metal, put a little bend on it, then draw it out on the paper. Just shebang, just like that, guys. Now, I'm going to set this little camera up here on the back of this car, like so, which I think is going to be just a Jim Daddy spot for me to do some welding and cutting. All right, that doesn't look too bad. Alrighty, so I'm going to put that down on there, and I'm just going to draw a line, and I'm just going to start doing some cutting. I am. No, I should wrap that corner off right away so it fits in there better. Hold tight. Hold tight. I had someone in my comments tell me that, if you're doing putting patches and panels in and stuff, that it's easier to whack a corner off like that, like so, instead of having a flat, sharp corner like that. It welds out better and works better. Yes, I do that. If I was doing a panel on the outside of a car and I was putting it there, I would not leave a sharp corner there and weld around and leave that sharp corner on the outside of a panel. I would cut that at like I'd cut that corner off and I'd weld it in that way. That's how I do it. That's how he said he did. You know what? I agree. That's the way I do it too. So I'm going to take my trusty rusty marker that my good friend Joe gave me, and I'm just going to draw a line right here on the floor with it. That's where I'm going to cut along, just to give me a guide point where this metal is going to sit. Now I'm going to make one over here too, but I'm probably not going to cut these pieces of metal completely off. It's just a peace of mind line, is what I'm going to call it. The peace of mind line. Now, can I see that line? Yes, I can. I want to make it better, though. Let's make that line even betterish. My friend Kenny would say, much betterish. Right, Kenny? I know you're watching, bud. Hey, Kenny. Hi, Denise. Good friends of mine down the road. Very supportive friends I have down the road. Mr. Kenny Rand and his lovely wife, Denise. He's always rusty. He's the guy I got the rusty crusty thing from. Because he does rusty crusty work like I do rusty crusty work. Now, I'm going to do some cutting, you guys. So, bear with me. Can you still see me? Yep. I'm pointing that right at my camera, aren't I? Okay, Ron. I'll point that at my camera again. That's all you do, guys. And that's all you do. Here I am making more holes. Woohoo! Love it though. I love it. Let's unbend. Get rid of that. Now, rusty crusty, rusty crew. Goodbye. So long. Let's cut that right along there too. Get that out of there. How much fuck that is it? Out with the old, in with the new. That's what we're gonna do. The mini grinder wrench, anything to use to pry that up with. Let's cut some more right down there, shall we? My expertise with the mini grinder. Hell yeah, look at that. Look at the goodies that's in there. With goes along with it all, right? Look at the goodies that's in there. Like, wow, right? Look, handfuls of goodiness. Wonderfulness. Just drop it all down that hole. Most of this old metal, drop it right down in that hole. It's another lovely hole. I don't know what that hole's there for, but it will get patched up too. I will get rid of this hole. You see this hole right here? The hole there. It's like a factory hole. I don't want that factory hole in there no more. No thanks. So, that piece there, I'm going to cut a little bit more of that so I can get in there. A little bit trickier to get this metal out of there than I think it is. I'm going to have to grind a lot of it away. So I'm going to do a lot of grinding on this video, apparently. But sharp metal, let's get that out of the way. The stuff that's just sitting there, right? It's just sitting on top of that frame piece. And that's where my jack stand's sitting under there, sitting right on this piece of metal, which is still in really good shape compared to everything else around it. I'm going to continue to cut along there. Where's my piece of metal? Just draw more lines. Trusted marker, where'd you go? In my pocket. I'll draw more line. We might have to continue from this patch. Continue from this patch across. I don't know until I get down in there how this is going to go. I draw that by eyeball. It's right on there. The hole is on my line. I'm going to keep going, keep going, keep going, all the way up to in there. Now this piece of metal is already pre-cut, like I was saying. I'm just putting this in because it is this size right now. Some of the metal that my old buddy Joe gave me. I probably cut this off a sheet of metal when we were working at the bus station, no doubt. I probably already worked this piece of metal at once. So I'm going to spray sparks your guys today now. Makes a nice lovely hole, doesn't it? Yeah. Now I'm going to stop talking. Yeah, so I was just out here. I was just about to make a video. I was just getting started, and I had some company show up. And I love it when company shows up because I get to meet new people. So this was a guy that messaged me online, and he helped me figure out how to put a couple of videos together when I screw up these old fat sausage fingers. He filled me in on how to take a couple of videos and put them together. And he was up here they're up from Bridgewater. He's a ex-employee, is retired from Michelin. He has a son that's in the Air Forces that flies a fighter jet. His name is Mr. Blair Vino, and him and his lovely wife are here. I want to thank you guys for stopping in. I appreciate the company, and they said they watched and they were up here and they wanted to stop in and meet me. So that's awesome. Like, people want to actually meet me and stop in and take the time to do it. And anybody else out there that's up around here and wants to see what I'm doing here and wants to come in and meet me, feel free to stop in. I enjoy the company. I enjoy meeting new people. Thank you very much for stopping, guys. Back at her. This is my little hoolie-da for the day. Got more, got more. And there's another strip. Woohoo! I love it, man. Always got a little hanger on there, don't I, fellas? Little hanger on. Down the hole it goes. And look at the goodies on top of that, right? Look, more goodies. Oh, down the hole we go. I can't find my air gun. I do not know where I left it. I left it, wherever I left it, somewhere's where I can't find it. I know that for sure. So, I'll get most of that stuff out of there, because it just does not belong. If it doesn't belong, we got to get it out of there. Wish I'd get up in there further. Maybe I can use my hammer handle. Scrape some of that back, because I can't find my damn air chuck. Or I just give that a good old gusher blow and stuff will fly everywhere. Action videos. And there's a little hole there in the frame which is supposed to be there. I'm dropping everything out of that. Now, there's still some of that butyl crap in there. I hate hitting that stuff. I hate hitting that stuff with the sanding disc or anything. It definitely makes a mess. It doesn't really go anywhere. It just kind of smears itself all around. And I really hate that butyl stuff. I know it protects and all that crap, but I mean, sure does make a mess when you hit it with a grinder and stuff like that. Like I gotta find some way to blow this out. I gotta find something to do that with. Just hold tight with me. Get a broom. Broom. Take the handle off your broom. And I will handle off my broom and put you up there like that. There we go. Whatever it takes to get the job done. Another hanger on her. That piece of metal there. I don't like that one either. Yeah. I'll find that air gun when I'm all done. I'll guarantee that. And I actually look for it. No, after I look for something for about 10 minutes, I give up pretty easy because it gets frustrating after a while. Now I'm going to take my sander, my trusty sanding mini grinder part here. Get out of my way. I'm going to clean off the metal off the top of this frame here. With that, that's what I'm going to do. So this is sit nice and flat. Grinding. Dirty does the grinding. I know my singing's terrible, guys. It's what it is. Certified. They make a tough grinder. I swear to God, you've heard this thing squealing at me for quite some time now, and I'm not done with it. All of a sudden, there's one day here we're going to see the smoke roll out of that thing. That's when she's done. That's when I'm going to say she's done. Get right into her. You rusty dusty. The rusty dusty old car. Woohoo! Look at me go. Oh, some of that stuff. Now that old butyl stuff, that'll really ruin a grinding disc, or a cutting disc, or a sanding disc, or any kind of disc. It'll sure ruin it in a hurry. I mean, it's so hard to get off in some places too, right? Sometimes you just tap it with a hammer. You loosen it up a little bit. If I can get the separate and get in between it with this pate knife and get some of it off. Don't always work out that way. I'm probably gonna have to hit it with my grinder anyways, which I hate doing that, because it'll take that disc and make nothing of it. we're in a real hurry too, right? So I'm going to stay away from that for a second. I'm just going to go over here where there's more metal, and we're going to continue. You over there. You're just flapping in the wind. Flapping in the wind. You over there, so you're just a flapper. There we go. Doug, how do you do this without wearing gloves? I just catch the glove on this metal and cut it all up. So down the hole it goes. The next grinder. Now I know how you guys usually don't hear me do a lot of grinding and going on in these videos, but today's just one of those days where it's just part of the job, and it's what I'm going to do and have to do. And I know I hear a lot of the wives of the guys that watch the videos that they say they don't like the grinding. What, you know, like it's part of the job. I'm showing it to you today, but I don't always. So my apologies to all the lovely wives out there that they're listening to the grinding today. It's just part of the job today, dear. Yeah, I beat that with a hammer and it just chipped right away. And that's what I like to see. This piece here, you see that's a different piece of some kind of a mount right there. It bolts on to something underneath there. I will weld that mount back on there after the fact. After I get my piece in, I'll take that and I'll weld it back on. And that's what I'll do. I'll cut it out and I'll continue to cut that further. Chip some of this deliciously goodness away. Now I've done a lot of beautiful chipping along here so far. And I'm continuing to do a lot of beautiful chipping along here so far. As you can see, it is actually coming off because it's been on there for 40 years, right? Not more. That means more goodies in my frame piece, right? All good. But it's still solid metal there, as you can see. I'm going to clean it up. It's going to be all juicy and delicious and good. Now, as much as I'd love to get my dom out and put some dom in here, I don't know how it's going to react when I start welding on it. If all of a sudden the thing goes up in flames because I got that in there, that's just not perfectly good. As you can see, there's holes along here. Hole, and a hole. There's 3 holes right there. Bring it down close as you can see. Woo! Duck and dive. Sorry about that, guys. 3 holes. 1, 2, 3. So, anyways, once I get my patch on top of there, well, I'll just get some undercoating up into them holes and I'll spray it around, and that'll be just hunky-dory fine. But I really wish I could paint it with the Dom, but it's just not fitting right now because it just doesn't blend in with the video of what I want to do. Is I'm going to end up probably welding this patch on here today too. So yeah, and that's that. More grinding, guys. Sorry, girls. Oh, I got so hard on it, not sliding down. 7. There we go. Gets smoky, gets dirty. Dirty Doug doing Dirty Doug things. Now I'm just taking the welds off those, and then the metal folds right off of it, right? As you can see. Bang, just like that. It's hot. Hot stuff. Hot stuff. Oh, everything's all warmed up in here now. Everything's all warmed up. Now the difficult spot is this part right up in here, guys. Difficult spot. You can barely see it. I'm going to bring you guys down closer. I thought that was a perfect pitching spot for a video, but maybe down here is a perfect pitching spot for a video. What do you think? That brings you down closer to the action, doesn't it? Huh? There we go. I like that too. That's not bad at all. So yeah, some solubles in here. I'm gonna have to cut that out. Now, let's just eyeball that line. That's what I'll do. I'll eyeball that line. After I get all these rusty crusties off there, I'll be happy. I'm happy with what I'm doing. I'm having a great day. Hope you're all having a great day too. Life is good. Things are wonderful. Soon we're going to be on a new year, and this is going to be an exciting year for me. I can tell. Thank you Woo! Hello. Hope y'all can still hear me. Is this mic still on? And then gently pick that out. Yep, sure is. You do good. Joys of doing these videos by yourself, guys. I'm starting to enjoy doing it by myself, actually. I don't think it's bad at all. I don't think I need another party in on this stuff. If I did, you know who I'd get. You bring in as an extra. Yeah, Rusty Crusties. Rusty Crusties. Now, as I'm going, if my metal don't fit in there exactly how I want it to, I'll put more metal in it. Make it fit. Make it work. You know me, I'll make it do it. Right? But it's cleaning up fairly nice. At least there's still some frame there. There's jack stand right there that the whole car is sitting on. I'm working around that right now. I still have more butyl right there. Oh, man, I don't like that stuff. Now let's see if I can find... There's a different hammer. It's got a bit of a claw on it. Oh, that thing's gonna come down on my head. Better not push it with that. There. Better not push it with that. We got some flexi floor here. Yep, it's coming off. You see that? Look at that. It's coming right off. God bless. Sweet. That's what I like to see. There's not much left there now. The claw and the claw hammer. Gets that off nicely. Yeah. filled that channel right full of stuff again. Everything that I'm making for dirt and dust and anything on this piece I'm doing right here will fall right into this channel. I guess that makes it easier for it to gather up and fall down into this hole. I'm just going to fork it down this little tiny hole here. That's how we're going to do that. Yeah. Bear with me. Doing all the small stuff. Let's get you. Get it. Rusty, crusty old car. That's what I got to call this car, rusty, crusty. I have to. Every day I call this car a rusty, crusty old car that I work on it. And it sure is. A lot of you people probably think I'm crazy for doing this. Yeah, it's because I am. I think it's quite a project, quite an undertaking, you know, someone will want to fix up a car that's in this type of condition. I know to look at the body on this thing, you would think that, yeah, this car's not in bad shape. Yeah, it's be deceiving to the eye real quick, can't it? It sure can. But I get all this body work done, or inside work done, and get her so she's tight and good and strong. Well, then I'm going to divert my attention over to doing other things onto it, like engine, transmission, all that fine stuff. Smoky. Yeah, that's just not good, not healthy at all. I mean, if you're gonna work on cars, it's not a good health choice at all. Wires right there. Let's get rid of those too. It's not a good health choice to work on cars. It's just not. Period. If you were to take all the precautions to work your way around that, you'd be doing more of that than you would getting work done. So off we go again. Yeah, like I got that one where almost down to nothing. Like, look at that. Damn near toast. Do I have another one? I don't think I do. Okay. Watch yourself, bud. She seems to be screaming less when it stops. Now, I would consider that toast. All right? I consider that toast. Let's get that off. Down it goes. It's funny how when I put things down there, they just disappear, eh? So I'm going to run over here in the corner. Adjust my microphone a little bit there. I know I have another one of these around here somewhere. It's just Joe brought me one the other day. So, yeah, here it is. Now, this one's different than the ones I was just using. It's a little bit bigger. It's a little bit more BA. I think it's a 36er. This is going to rip and tear. I better hold on. Get my microphone hanging out again. Just a second, guys. I keep having microphone problems here. So I'm going to put that in there. You know, like I said, it might be wintertime out. And I might be able to see my breath when I'm working here and going on. But I'm telling you right now, I am sweating. I am sweating. I am not cold at all. I'm sweating to the point where, you know, sweating, I get uncomfortable. So I'm almost at the point where I'm uncomfortable and you shed a sweater. Oh, hell yeah. Yes, yeah. Joe said these things eat. That's all. Holy God, holy God. That's perfect for this, Joe. Thanks. Get a man, bud. That's easy, baby. I haven't got a whole lot of metal right up there. I can't see up in there really good. I can't see up in there really good. Boy, that thing's deadly, Joe. Woo-wee. Now I'm going to have to do something with this. I'd like to remove it, but I don't think I can remove it without ruining it. I don't think I can remove it without ruining it. Let's see if I can get under it with this pate knife. How that'll work. Maybe I should just get rid of it and then put something else in there, or weld my patch right to that and eliminate it completely. I think that's what I'll do. I'll just eliminate that completely. All right, let's see if this thing will make this thing disappear. Signed off those welds there. Make it disappear. Doing an awful lot of grinding on this video, aren't I? It's just got to be done. It means I'm gonna have to show you guys all this grinding going on sometime. Get under a little bit there. This is no file or anything to be beating on anything with. Looks like I'm just gonna have to shave that off and make it disappear. It doesn't want to go anywhere. It's probably stuck there by a little bit of everything. Man, that thing's deadly, Joe. You got the deadly. Wowzer. Bye. Go on. What you got there talking about? Right? Cleaning it out a bit. Oh, the Casper's on there, nice. This is guessing. That's just guessing. Destination, guys. Destination. Well, I hope that's enough mini grinder for a little while, because it's all kind of almost starting to get on my nerves too, fellas. It's almost starting to get on my nerve too. More. Now, like I was saying, this goes in right there. I cut more off that corner. It fits in there nicely. Wherever I have a little bit of a gap, it will be filled, no problem at all. I've got to bend it down, put a couple marks on it, bend it with the car, as I usually do. Let's do that. Then I'll just whackly tack it in there, man. Alright. My droop down starts right. Let's just start down. It starts down in 2 different spots. Wonderful. It's different in one spot than it is the other. Here, let's take a little bit more off the corner over there. Just make a line on it. We'll cut that off. We'll cut that right off. Yeah. Now, hot stuff. Tack and bend. Just bend this with the car a little bit. Using the sill of the car to bend metal. Looks like it'll work for me, guys. What do you think? Looks good to me. Now, I position it perfect. That looks, it seems delicious there. Just like so. Then I just kind of mold it into place as I go along and weld it. Once I get it stuck down, I can push it down and force it into place. I don't have enough light here so you guys can see back there. I wonder if this is terrible. How terrible is that, guys? Is that ridiculous? Like where the cord is ridiculous. I'll tell you that. I can work that around there a little bit. Just bear with me, guys. Bear with me. You know. Is that terrible? I guess it's not terrible. You see what's going on up there a little bit better now, hey? More grinding. I'll eat up this 36 disc here pretty quick, Joe. Just watch. Oh, the rusty crusties. Oh, them rusty crusties. Woo-wee! Hammer down. Hammer time. How's that look for a nice hole, guys? Huh? Frame rail. Boom. I don't mind that piece of metal right there. That's a nice thick piece of metal. We'll leave that. Now, when I get this piece of metal on here and I get it tacked to this floor, thinking maybe I should wrap a few maybe body screws down through that, stick that to there nice. I wish I had like panel bonder or something to put along that rail when I stick it down. That would really make it stick and keep everything out of there good. Because it's still a rusty, crusty old piece of frame inside there, right? I should really be hammering and chipping a lot of that away right now, what they seem to be doing. So they continue. It is. It's just the joys of working on an old car. I mean, rust is your number one enemy. What you got to deal with here. And man, I really wish I could paint that with the Dom. I don't know how it's going to react to my welding when I go to weld on that. I want to stop this video and make another one. I don't want to do that right now. It's not in the books. I want to continue because I want to kind of staple this down in the video, with the video. How am I going to figure that? I'd love to get some Dom in that. I'd love to get some Dom in that. I really, really want to. Man, I shouldn't I? God, I wish you guys could help me make a decision right now. That would be perfect if I could just, all of a sudden you guys help me make a uniform decision on what you think I should do at the moment. In the moment, right? Imagine you're all sitting there telling me what I should be doing and what I could be doing right now. And I wish I could take your advice. All advice is greatly noted, man. I'll tell you that right now, fellas. I just hope it fits perfect. I'm doing this in real time, so that's dude, I really want to paint that with the Dom right now. I shouldn't I? It would really, really make a difference. I'm welding quite a ways away from it. It's flammable. I know it's flammable. I'm going to check this. Because I know it's flammable. I know it's flammable, guys. I know it is. It's quite flammable. I mean, there's the scary part. That right there. Danger. The fire. If I put that in there, all it needs is a little bit of heat. Next thing you know, I got fire burning under what I'm welding on. That's some iffy stuff there. Damn it. Well, I might, man, I want to get something on that so bad, and I really think I should, but I don't want to stop my video at the moment. I really, really don't. But, there's my uniform patch that I'm going to make right there. Like, patchy patch, weldedy weld. Get that all stapled down in there. I'll bend that into shape, bend that down in, bend that on there. Like, probably stick something else in the corner in there. Man, decisions, right? Well, diggity dang. Because, yeah, I really want to Dom that piece of frame. But I don't want to light the car on fire. God. Decisions. I usually just go for it and hope for the best. But this decision is kind of where it's all really rusty, crusty in there. Anything would protect it. I mean, anything. Right where there's my jack sitting. As you can see, the frame is a little bit pushed up where it's sitting on it. So it's not the strongest piece of frame, I don't think. The rusty crusty is coming off of it, right? There's where my jack sitting. That's the rusty crusty coming off of it. Right there. Still more rusty crusties coming off of her. Dudes, I really, really want to paint that with the Dom, man. It just makes sense to do it, doesn't it? I mean, it would protect it. It would stop it from rusting. It would be better than nothing. I know I said that I could just stick something up in there and undercoat it, but undercoating is not a protection that to the extent that the Dom is. So I'm torn between, and that's really what I want to do. That. And this piece right here, got to get that out. I'm just going to bend you off. I don't know if you guys can see what I'm doing there, but I'll just keep bending that until it break off. And you guys probably notice I tend to do a lot of that. Bend until it breaks. So, all right. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to get my Dom out. I don't even know where there's a paintbrush right now. The one I used yesterday, if you paint with the Dom, right after you're done with that paintbrush, that paintbrush is done. And there's really no cleaning it out. So I'm going to have to find another paintbrush here. I am going to get my Dom out, and I am going to paint that. And then I might have to stop my video right there and wait for that to dry. I'll stop my video right there and wait for that to dry. You guys coming with me? Stop my video right there. Wait for that to dry before I go putting in my patch, because I think I'm better off having something in there than totally nothing in there, right? My paintbrush that I had yesterday. Oh, why did he do that? Oh, it's terrible. I don't have a paintbrush. Guys, right off the bat. I know I don't. I guess I wasn't prepared for what I was going to find in there. I didn't really think about it, you know? I didn't really think about what I was going to find in there. I've got lots of little paintbrushes, but imagine painting that whole thing with this. That ain't going to happen, is it? Well, alright. Bear with me, guys. I'm going to find a paintbrush, apparently, and I don't know where I'm going to find it exactly. I've got a bunch of gear in here on the shelves. Now, do I have what I'm looking for? That was easy. It was easier than I thought it was going to be. Dom. It's there somewhere. All right, set you guys back up and watch this. I gotta check, see how much power's left on my phone here. If I can run an hour video on this phone from full charge, and it'll pretty much kill the phone in an hour. That's why I usually never make more than an hour and 10 minutes or so on my videos for the phone. With the phone, could be just because of that fact. Now, bear with me, guys. I'm making a uniform decision here. I'm going to put something on my frame to protect it, because it's not the strongest in the first place, but it's strong enough to hold up that car. So if it's strong enough to hold up that car, it's still doing pretty good, right? And I love this stuff. I will swear by this stuff till the end of time. Now, I know that's still dirty in there, and you know what? That's fine. I'm going to soak this with the Dom. Soaker. Oh, yes. See there, now I feel better about it already. Just that going on there, like that. I feel better already doing that. I'm glad I made this decision. That actually helped me make this decision, you guys. Doing things on the fly, in real time. That's what we're doing here, making decisions about what we're going to do on the fly in real time. I think that's what it's all about. Me doing this video stuff right here, eh? Showing you guys step by step of what I'm up to, what I'm up against, and all that stuff. So, I mean, like I said, tomorrow's video will be me, still got rusty crusties in there. It'll be me, snapping this patch in, man. That's what tomorrow's video will be. Me snapping this patch in. I don't want to put the Dom on anything that will light on fire. Like I said, I'd like to have panel bond to put along those. I will probably end up body screwing that panel down, that piece down to this frame. That's what I'll probably end up doing. And yeah, look at that, right? That's just so beautiful to me now, right? I'm very happy with that. There's a bunch of rusty crusties and stuff up in there. I wish I could reach this brush up in there and do that too, but I cannot. No, I'm probably going to find some gas to try to save this brush. If I can save it, I don't know if I can. I'll have to make this my Dawn brush. I can't keep wasting brushes just on little things like this, but it happens, right? So like I said, I could probably look around here and find somewhere else to put more on this brush on too, but you know, anywheres, really, anywheres. Get it all out of the brush. Get it all out of the brush. Get it all out of the brush. Just like that. That's protected as far as I'm concerned. Inside the frame rail, like that. I'm happy with that. Most excellent. So now it's just me waiting for that to dry. This stuff will take 24 hours to correctly dry, which I'm happy with that. I'm going to end up putting body screws down through this frame here probably, and as I go along with the body screw, I will probably take the body screw back out, take a bigger drill bit, and drill that top piece of metal out a little bit bigger, just through that one, not through the next one, so I have a bigger uniform full hole on the outside than I do onto this, and then I'll put a weld on that, like a spot weld on each one along here, all the way down through, so that will be stuck to this frame. And no doubt, I'll probably get under there and weld some along this to my piece of floor. As you know, have all noticed, I have done lots of welding on this car, and I am going to continue to do lots of welding on this car. And yeah, I'm not done. I'm not done. I'm never done. Never done here finding holes and patches, but as you can see, there's another great big oogly moogly piece of a patch. Look at that stuff. I love it. That will protect the bejesus out of this. I'm very pleased now that I'm glad I made that decision. I'm happy with that. That is bomb diggity to me. Right? I'm kind of glad I did that. Yes. Thanks for helping me make that decision, you guys. Appreciate that. It's excellent. Apparently they call this stuff something different in other countries and stuff, but I mean, this is your savior, your Lord and Savior of metal. It goes right over top of rust. It's a rust preventer, a rust protector, metal protector, all 9 yards. I'm happy. I'm happy with that now. It was a great decision I just made. So that's my patch. That's my piece. I do not want to weld that close to that. All of a sudden, I light that whole piece of frame in there on fire. Even though there's nothing to really burn, I still got a fire going. And God knows what will light up. God knows what's going to happen. It would be a big chance to take. It would. And I don't want to take any chances on that. So we'll set myself up here to do something different. Yeah. Now, do something different. A meter stick. My piece of metal. I've got to clean this piece of metal up. You can see it's a nice looking piece of metal. I bent that with the car, on the car. That's going to be my uniform shape. Now I clean this up. It's got burrs all the way around it and all that good stuff. I'm going to clean that up. And deburr this on both sides. Now, like my good friend Brian Bond was telling me here when I was talking to him, he's like, I'm glad to see that you don't use this to deburr and to grind. This is not a grinding or deburring disc. That is dangerous. These things are made for cutting lines. These things blow up. That is super dangerous. That is deadly. You can seriously hurt yourself. Do not use these for deburring, cleaning up, you get yourself the flapper disc. That's what these are for. Do not use one of those things to deburr and do that stuff like some other people do, right? That's dangerous. I don't like doing it. I don't even like being around people that do it. It's dangerous. I've had cut and disc break on me before and go flying. You can seriously hurt yourself. That's all I'm saying about that. So here today we got our patch. We get our patch made, which is already kind of pre-made. Our piece cut out. As you can see, we've got it pretty much ready to be welded in. I just have to wait for that dom to dry so I can weld, so I don't have any weird fires going on in there that I don't know how it's gonna react or what's gonna burn. I know there's not a lot in there to burn. I got my piece of metal ready. I got it all deburred, and off to the races we go. And that's that, right? So I'm at an hour now. I usually get a little more than an hour out of this phone before the thing says it's going to die. I don't want it to die me in the middle of the video, so I'm going to leave you at that. That's me showing you what I'm doing today in real time. That's me cutting and making a patch. I want to thank you all for coming back. I want to thank you all for liking, subscribing, commenting, all that good stuff like I always do. I want to wish everybody a Happy New Year, and I still want to wish you a Merry Christmas. And once again, I made a new friend today, Blair Vino and his lovely wife. Thank you for stopping in. And it's a note to anybody else who's up this way, and then they are driving by my place, and they want to stop in and say hi and check out what I'm doing. Feel free to stop in. You're all welcome. And if you can't find my house, just look for old Betty Boop sitting out here in the front yard. She's a dead giveaway from where I live. She's sitting right out front. You can't miss me, guys. You can't miss me. And then there's the Saturn. I might even take that thing for a drive tonight. I'm not sure. I got to take my son to his friend's house. He's going out for the night. So I wish that stuff would dry up a lot quicker, because I'd come back here and make another video of me putting that patch in. It might, you never know. I may get cocky and come back here and do just that. I might not. But anyways, there's my video for today. I'm going to leave it at that. Like I said, thank you all. Thank you very much. Doing this is all about you guys too. And this is Dirty Doug, doing Dirty Doug things out in the shed. And y'all have a good night. Over and out.